Amidst the unfolding scandal, three chilling secrets threaten to unravel Diddy's carefully constructed image. His sister, once a silent observer, is preparing to speak, revealing dark truths that no one saw coming. What could be so devastating that even his closest allies are turning their backs? Is Diddy hiding more than just his troubled past? And just how deep do these secrets run? In a startling turn of events, she's promised to disclose three horrifying revelations that will leave everyone questioning who Diddy is. Will these bombshells destroy his empire, or will they expose a side of him the world isn't ready to confront? Stay tuned, as his sister's confessions may be more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. Sean Combs and his sister had anything but a traditional upbringing, and many can't help but think this unconventional childhood is why he went on to become the complex figure he is today. Combs and his sister were born and raised in Harlem, New York City, to Janice and Melvin Combs. But they had a tough childhood after their father was murdered when they were very young. Their mother struggled to raise both Sean and his sister, Keisha, as the pair grew up in a broken home. Just 9 years later, the family moved to suburban Mount Vernon, New York. This is where he attended prep school and got the nickname Puffy because of his habit of puffing up his chest during football practice. He attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., but dropped out after 2 years to work as an intern at Uptown Records in New York City. Within a year, he was promoted to vice president. It wasn't long before he found himself in major trouble. In December 1991, 9 people were killed and 29 injured when crowds stormed into a charity basketball tournament organized by Combs at City College of New York. In 1993, Combs was fired from Uptown Records, which motivated him to channel his energy into creating his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment. This marked the beginning of his rise to fame. Diddy enjoyed years of massive success following his breakthrough, even collaborating with major artists like Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige. This chart-topping mogul had established himself as a prominent figure in the industry, but very few knew that beneath the glitz and glamour, unsettling secrets were waiting to be uncovered. Diddy's public image became increasingly tied to controversy as he expanded beyond music into clothing, acting, and a tequila brand. Despite his successful reinvention, his troubled past continued to cast a shadow, raising doubts about his character. Now, with serious federal charges for sexual abuse and assault looming over him, every aspect of his life is under scrutiny, especially his relationship with his family. Long before netizens knew Sean Combs as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or simply Diddy, he was a young boy struck by tragedy. At just 3 years old, Sean's life changed forever when his father, Melvin Combs, was brutally gunned down. This devastating loss would mark the beginning of a long string of deaths that haunted Diddy's inner circle. In a Reels episode titled Murder in the Family, Sean Combs and Geraldo Rivera investigated how the hip-hop mogul had been surrounded by misery and hurdles since boyhood. Rivera reported that Melvin Combs was killed on Harlem's merciless streets in 1972. His father's murder was never solved, nor was it ever investigated. Rivera wrote in a special column that this unresolved loss left a significant mark on Sean, potentially shaping him into the man the world would come to know. "They say you can't miss something you never had," Sean once shared, reflecting on his father's absence. But as he grew older, the weight of not having a father figure, someone to applaud his accomplishments or provide guidance, became all too real. Despite Diddy's supposedly larger-than-life reputation, a rediscovered interview with him discussing his father has sparked speculation about the man behind the fame. He openly revealed that his father was no ordinary man. He was a significant player in Harlem's white flower trade, a kingpin who built his own empire. There were rumors that Melvin worked for legendary gangsters Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes, but Diddy quickly debunked those claims. His father wasn't someone else's employee. He led his own gang and was on the same level as those men. Of course, Diddy was quick to clarify that this wasn't something he glorified. After all, his father lived a dangerous life, while Sean chose a different route, dominating the music industry instead of the drug game. He admitted that he and his father had an uncanny resemblance. "I'm definitely like him," he admitted, "but I'm just taking the legal way." Or so he claimed. Diddy is completely oblivious to the full nature of his father's actions and how he was involved in the narcotic white flower. Diddy only discovered the true story after conducting his own investigation long before the internet was around. He came across a newspaper item about his father's funeral. What confused him was that the focus wasn't on the sadness of his father's murder, but on the family's appearance. His mother in a fur coat, and Sean, just 3 years old, dressed in mink. "That was our family," Diddy explained. According to him, the same unshakable dedication to make his father proud is what propelled him to stardom when he could have easily followed in his father's footsteps and met the same tragic fate. In an interview a few years ago, Diddy stated that he understood why his mother concealed the truth from him. Growing up in Harlem, he believed that if he had known what his father was really involved in, he would have followed in his footsteps and aimed to become one of the most powerful white flower dealers in his community. But reflecting back on that program, the part that sent chills down everyone's spine was when Diddy was asked if people truly knew the real Sean Combs. His response was a firm no. The rapper has consistently denied the current racketeering and the sex trafficking charges against him, pleading not guilty to all claims. However, the chilling facts in the indictment have cast a shadow of doubt over the man many thought they knew. When it comes to Diddy and his mother, Janice Combs, their relationship has always been controversial. With Diddy's latest incarceration, the criticism has only intensified. You see, this wasn't your typical mother-son relationship. It's filled with strange behaviors, and rumors have circulated, making people wonder how much Janice knew about, or perhaps even engaged in her son's controversial lifestyle. But Janice, lovingly known as Mom Dukes by Diddy, has remained by his side through thick and thin. It's the how that has everyone talking. They've shared countless moments together over the years, but none have raised more eyebrows than a recently discovered video of Diddy and Janice getting IV drips together, where Diddy casually leans over and kisses his mother on the lips. As if that wasn't strange enough, Diddy openly discusses taking his 83-year-old mother to strip clubs. Sure, Diddy compliments her beauty and independence, but for most people, the mother-son strip club outing is pretty weird. Unfortunately, this isn't even the strangest part of their relationship. No, the uncomfortable dynamic goes much deeper. For some time, there have been rumors that Janice may have played a considerably larger role in Diddy's problematic lifestyle. Some claim she was even involved in his infamous freak-offs, wild parties, filled with all forms of debauchery. Rumors suggest that Janice was not just aware but may have helped organize these problematic incidents. And don't forget when the FBI raided Diddy's home, videos were allegedly found showing Janice in compromising positions. Though the extent of her involvement hasn't been confirmed, people are questioning why Janice, who should be the farthest removed from these events, agreed to give her passport as part of Diddy's bail conditions. Why would she be getting involved if there wasn't a deeper connection between her and Diddy's alleged crimes? It's almost as if Diddy's imprisonment will thrust her into the spotlight in ways she never anticipated. This is not the first time Diddy's relationship with his mother has sparked controversy. According to those close to him, his toxic attitude toward women began long before he rose to fame, and Janice observed it all. Some claim that Sean had a history of being verbally abusive towards her in public, to the point where his friends had to step in and call him out for his behavior. With multiple incidents of his inappropriate actions, netizens can't help but speculate why his family allowed his behavior to go unchecked for so long. And exactly how much did his relatives know about his lavish, yet reportedly satanic parties? P. Diddy's sister, Keisha Combs, is a name that few people are aware of. In fact, most don't know a single detail about her life. She's so mysterious that even her actual date of birth is debated, with many believing she was only a few months old when her father was killed. This left their mother, Janice, to care for two young children during a very challenging time. After deciding to move out of Harlem, Janice was determined to give her children a better life. Both Keisha and Diddy attended Catholic schools, with Keisha going to Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx. As for higher education, she chose not to pursue a college degree because, let's be honest, who really needs one when your brother is one of the biggest names in the music industry? Keisha began her career working for Diddy in 2002, taking on roles such as Director of Media, Marketing, and Director of External Affairs at Daddy's House social programs in New Jersey. Even before getting involved in her brother's business, Keisha was already rubbing shoulders with big names in the industry. She went on to marry Stephen Timothy Dent on September 19, 1999, at the age of 28. Stephen himself was a Grammy-nominated music engineer with an impressive resume and years of experience, having worked with legends like Mary J. Blige, Notorious B.I.G., and Lil' Kim. In fact, it was revealed in an interview that Diddy gave Stephen his first group to work with, called 112, which launched in the mid-90s. Stephen joined Daddy's House recording studio in New York in 2004 as an audio engineer and managing director, further strengthening the Combs family's connection to the music industry. Apparently, he contributed to the soundtracks of the films Notorious and the platinum record Bad Boys 2 Whats, along with several other tracks. With such deep roots in the music industry and a family link to one of its most famous figures, it's clear that Keisha's brother helped her make the right connections and get involved with influential people. The only question is whether she was close enough to him to know what was really happening behind the scenes. People are naturally curious about what Keisha and Janice knew about Diddy's behavior, especially regarding his treatment of women, including charges of abuse against Cassie and Kim Porter. Were they aware of his struggles with addiction or the wild lifestyle he led? If you believe the rumors, reports suggest that Diddy often disrespected his own mother, proving that his family at least had some inkling of his problems. What's fascinating is that Stephen Dent's work with Diddy and the Bad Boy roster likely meant that he and Keisha were close to the people who actually knew about the chaos surrounding Diddy's life, even if they weren't aware of it themselves. A quick background search on Keisha reveals her history in the entertainment world, including her position as a casting director. She has earned a reputation for having a great eye for talent, having worked on casting for several blockbuster films and successful television series. Keisha has also made it clear that she wants to be a dedicated champion for social justice and mental health awareness. All while relying on her own experiences, Keisha's support for mental health awareness raised serious concerns regarding her thoughts on her brother, given his questionable lifestyle and the relationships that surrounded him. Many thought she was a hypocrite, considering her dedication to combating bullying and mental health issues. It's only natural for people to ask if she was aware of Cassie's struggles in her volatile relationship with Diddy. Did she approach Cassie to offer support or to persuade her about the toxic situation that was clearly affecting her physical and mental health? Or did she and her husband just turn a blind eye to everything? After all, Diddy was one of the biggest names in the industry. Or does she simply view Diddy as a victim of a tough childhood? Netizens wondered if she felt any remorse or understanding for the agony her brother has caused women like Cassie. To be fair, rumors have circulated for years that Diddy's relationship with his sister has deteriorated, and with the recent revelations, reports say that the tension between the siblings has only increased following Sean's recent arrest, as the never-ending spotlight now turns to his family. Rumors are spreading that Keisha is ready to break her silence and reveal what she knows. Some believe that the growing rumors about her and her mother, Janice, are leading her to finally speak out. Questions about their involvement in Diddy's controversial lifestyle have been circulating, and many are eager to hear Keisha's side of the story. If the rumors are true, the explosive details could further shake Diddy's already fragile reputation. The shocking details in the indictment came to light when Cassie Ventura took a daring step in November 2023 by filing a lawsuit against her ex-partner, known for her smash hit Me and You. The musician stated that she had been trapped in a cycle of abuse, violence, and trafficking under Diddy's control, even claiming he assaulted her in 2018 when she attempted to leave him. When the lawsuit was settled in just one day, it was only the beginning of the end for P. Diddy. In May 2024, a distressing video was leaked showing Diddy brutally beating Cassie. The tape only corroborated Cassie's claims, particularly one from March 2016, in which she alleged that Diddy punched her in the face while intoxicated, leaving her with a black eye and multiple bruises on her body. With several other victims stepping forward and officially launching lawsuits against him, the 54-year-old music mogul was arrested on September 16, 2024, in Manhattan, New York. This quickly escalated into a high-profile trafficking case that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges and has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. The allegations against him are severe. According to the court documents, Diddy is allegedly a man who ran a criminal enterprise involved in the worst kinds of evil, including forced labor, bribery, arson, kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. He has been accused of misleading the entire world. Currently, Diddy is being held without bond at the Special Housing Unit of Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center following the denial of his initial bail package. This proposed package reportedly included the house of his mother, Janice Combs, and the passports of his children, Chance and Jesse Combs. His legal team suggested a bail amount of $50 million, which would involve selling his Miami and his mother's houses to secure the bond. However, the judge quickly rejected this bid, stating that there was no way to guarantee Diddy wouldn't attempt to potentially tamper with witnesses. The indictment was unsealed after his arrest, and the shocking details about the allegations are making waves on social media. The worst of them all includes racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking. If convicted on all counts, Diddy could face a sentence ranging from 15 years to life in prison. The case file reveals a frightening pattern in which Diddy allegedly mistreated, blackmailed, and coerced women into fulfilling his sexual urges for years, all while protecting his reputation and hiding his actions. The indictment states that these parties, known as freak-offs, occurred on a daily basis and frequently involved commercial sex workers. During these events, he allegedly provided victims with a range of banned addictive to ensure their silence and cooperation. This arrest follows a federal raid on Diddy's luxurious properties in Miami and Los Angeles, during which authorities allegedly discovered 3 semi-automatic rifles with defaced serial numbers, a drum magazine, a significant amount of addictive, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Despite the gravity of the charges, Diddy has claimed that he is completely innocent and has publicly stated that he will fight the allegations against him. This represents an important turning point in his life and career, as his reputation has been tainted by a series of public conflicts and violent incidents. With each passing day, new rumors swirl about his past, and many cannot help but connect them to his traumatic upbringing. Following Diddy's incarceration, the Combs family has become the subject of gossip and controversy, particularly regarding his connection with his late wife, Kim Porter, the mother of 4 of his children. Porter died in 2018 after struggling with lobar pneumonia. After all that has come to light about her husband, many are questioning the circumstances surrounding her death. She is receiving increased public attention. Recently, Diddy's 4 children, Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah, released a statement. But it wasn't for the reasons you might think. In fact, they wanted to defend their mother's memory and denounce the hurtful and false rumors surrounding her passing. Christian, Jesse, and Delilah Combs issued a united statement on Instagram to address erroneous allegations about their parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, and their mother's tragic death. Their mother, who was a former model, and Combs were in an on-and-off relationship from 1994 until 2007. During their time together, they had a son, Christian, who was now 26, and twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah, who are now 17. Their anger is due to the release of a typo-ridden memoir allegedly penned by Kim Porter before her sudden death in 2018, forcing her children to come forward and call out the book as completely fake. The book claims that the 59-page memoir titled Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side, was written in her last days. A quick dive into its background opens a wormhole of theories. The book was self-published under a pseudonym on September 6th by a so-called investigative journalist and has since reached the top spot on Amazon's bestsellers list. It is attributed to Jamal T. Millwood, a name linked by conspiracy theorists to an alias supposedly used by Tupac Shakur, which has added fuel to wild rumors circulating on social media. Many conspiracy theories are now questioning the circumstances of Porter's untimely death, but Porter's children were quick to shut down any claims about their mother being the author, stating that claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. They described the memoir as nothing more than a fabrication by opportunists exploiting their mother's legacy. In a particularly upsetting moment, the family addressed the developing conspiracy theories surrounding Porter's death, including false allegations linking Diddy to her death. These rumors have spread on social media, with some even claiming that Combs played a role in her tragic death. The family's statement expressed their deep remorse at the circus surrounding such a horrific occurrence, as well as their commitment to safeguarding their mother's legacy. Porter's children directly addressed the rumors in their statement, firmly stating that the cause of her death had long been established. There was no foul play. They expressed sorrow at how their mother's death had become the subject of conspiracy theories and a public spectacle, adding, "We want our mother to be remembered as a kind, beautiful, strong, and loving woman. Her memory should not be tarnished by horrible conspiracy theories." Despite the ongoing legal battles surrounding their father, Porter's children have remained silent on the charges he faces while being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. To make matters worse, Christian Combs, Diddy's eldest son, is also going through legal issues. In April, he was named as a co-defendant in a Los Angeles lawsuit, accusing him of drugging and assaulting a woman on a luxury yacht. The lawsuit, which includes an audio recording of the encounter, unveils an alarming picture that aligns with the allegations against Diddy. Christian's legal team has aggressively rejected the allegations, calling the complaint lewd and meritless. Yet, observers were quick to make comparisons between father and son, questioning their family dynamics and the legacy being passed down. The impact on Diddy's career is significant as the court proceedings progress. The consequences for Diddy's career are enormous. Once a powerhouse in the music business, his brand was built on charisma, talent, and an unbeatable reputation. With the gravity of the charges and the media frenzy surrounding his arrest, his empire is now in peril. He faces the threat of lengthy legal battles and possible jail time, and the rumor mill is running rampant, changing how the public perceives not only him, but also the music industry as a whole. Sean is at a crossroads, and as the case unfolds, the world can hardly wait to see how this story will end. With Jeffrey Epstein's case concluding with his sudden death, netizens are closely following to see exactly who else was involved in one of the biggest scandals in recent history. The road ahead is uncertain, not just for Diddy, but for everyone involved in his life. Rumors are swirling about who else might be connected to the scandal, and celebrities like 50 Cent are seizing the opportunity to publicly call out Diddy, adding even more fuel to the fire. As the Combs family deals with the fallout, they are left to confront grief, betrayal, and constant public speculation. With more rumors surfacing about who might be involved, including his own family, the media and fans are eager to see how these shocking revelations will unfold. Will Diddy's sister finally break her silence, or is his family hiding darker secrets than anyone imagined? One thing is certain, this isn't just a chapter in Diddy's story. It could be the beginning of the downfall of his empire, and only time will reveal the true extent of the depravity within the Diddy empire.